We are in Acts 15:36. After some days, Paul said to Barnabas, "Let us return and visit the brothers in every city where we proclaim the word of the Lord, and see how they are." So let's go back for a visit. Let's go back and take a look at the work and see how it's growing and how it's changing. Um, this is important that people get strengthened. They not just become Christians and left. Yet he also understood the importance of strengthening and encouraging. The initial motivation for this second missionary journey was to strengthen. This shows Paul has a real pastor's heart. He wasn't content merely to plant churches and just leave them. He wanted them mature. He wanted them growing. Now, Barnabas wanted to take John, called Mark. John Mark had left the missionary journey party partway through in Acts 13:13, probably made Paul unwilling to trust him in the future. But Paul thought it best not to take with them one who had withdrawn in Pamphylia and had not gone with them to do the work. Luke does not give us a clue as to who was right and who was wrong, dispute between Paul and Barnabas, but it is never good when personal disputes flare up among those that are ministering. Verse 39, there arose a sharp disagreement so that they separated from each other. Whenever there's sharp contention, someone is wrong, and usually there is a wrong on both sides. There could be no way both Paul and Barnabas were each walking in the Spirit on this issue. Barnabas took Mark with him and sailed to Cyprus. Since Barnabas was Mark's cousin, Colossians 4:10, and because Barnabas had such an encouraging, accepting character, Acts 4:36, 9:26, and 27, it is easy to see why he would be more understanding toward John Mark. Paul came to minister with Mark and called him valuable in Colossians 4:10 and Philemon 1:24 and 2 Timothy 4:11. We don't know if Mark, who had changed, or Paul, who had changed. Probably God had to do a work in both of them. But Paul chose Silas, departed, and having commended by the brothers, so that the grace of the Lord. So Paul accompanies Silas. Barnabas accompanies Mark. And Silas, also called Silvanus in several passages, becomes an important part of Paul's team. Silas was recognized as a leading man among the brethren. He was a prophet. He was a Roman citizen. He probably spoke Greek. He wrote one of Paul's letters because Paul had a hard time with his vision. And he went through Syria and Cilicia, strengthening the churches. This was Paul's work in addition to evangelism. New Christians need strong churches and to grow and mature.